So Amazon launched 3 new huge updates to their product, from image generator to Audible to podcasts. So I don't know, do you use any of those?
I don't. I should have probably at least tested them before we started today. But no, I'm not
Yeah,
using any of
like
those.
I only use Audible.
Mm.
That's the only one that I use from them. Also with AWS and their image generators and stuff like that, I haven't really tested it because it's more like for business applications and through their API and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go through all the important updates.
Yeah. We the normal humans don't get access to tools like this, unfortunately.
Yeah, exactly. Developers, the programmers of the world, oh God, they have a different life.
They do.
So they basically uploaded a new version called Titan Image Generator V2 that comes with a bunch of new features. I'll actually go to the source here, and that is image conditioning. That is basically
Mm.
provide a reference image along with a text prompt that the output follows the layout and structure of the user supplied in reference.
So it's
So if I go down here,
basically image to image.
yeah, you're exactly right. So you put a image reference here, and you can kind of see here in the middle that you get this edge of the animal and kind of the grass and the trees in the
Mm.
background. And then you actually get that in a cartoon style or something like
Mm.
that, whatever you want it to be. The same
Nice.
with a car in the driveway and the house. You get this image here on the right. So that's kind of the first thing that they did, which I think is kind of cool. We haven't seen that with any other software, right? Except maybe image drawing, like drawing softwares. That's
I
kind of
think
similar.
I think Flux does it as well. You can upload to the Pro and Dev version anyway. You can upload the image and use that as a reference.
Yeah. The second one was color conditioning, that I think is also really cool. So this basically allows you to have a certain color palette. So, for example, it doesn't say here in the example, but it's basically you provide a list of hex colors as a part of the input, and then it adheres to that. And that's good for branding if you have a certain brand, or if you want to have all these images in the same style and same colors, maybe matching the brand colors of some sort of campaign that you're having or something like that. So I thought that was really cool. And again, something I really haven't seen many AI tools uh, put into their softwares. So
Hmm.
some innovation here.
Yeah, it could be useful for, as you say, marketing or design work. So nice to see they're
Yeah.
adding features like this.
And
And
the
we've also
most revolutionary, never seen before, background removal.
background. That has to be the title of this podcast because I haven't seen that in any of the other models.
Yo, what's that background removal?
That's
Segment anything who?
that's crazy.
Yeah, so you have an input image, you get an output image, and obviously this is really awesome for developers. I've actually I tried doing this before with another Python package when I tried to do like an automatic thumbnail generator. I
Hmm.
tried to add a step to remove the background so I could get a different background in the back,
Right.
and that you can now do it on Amazon. Hey, that's actually a
Yeah.
big plus.
I mean, yeah, you might try it as well. Was it any good when you tried automating the thumbnail creation?
Well, I'm happy that we have Flux now, because the stable diffusion images was so boring. I don't know how much you've seen of the stable diffusion, but it's kind of like Midjourney is so stylistic, so cool.
Mm.
Dolly 3 images also, they like, if you say image of a car, you get like a nice Porsche or something like that. If you say image
Mm.
of a car in stable diffusion, you get a Honda Civic.
Like I think I can see the picture what
Yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
It's like a put a make an image of a glass, and then it's just like the most boring glass. And yeah, my prompt is obviously Norwegian human with a
Mm.
man with a hair in the bun,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
it just looks super dumb. So that's kind of where I stopped with the automatic thumbnail generator.
Right, right. That makes
Moving
sense.
on, subject consistency see with fine tuning. So this is really, really cool that they actually try to fix consistency. So this is character consistency. This is something that is very, very hard to do. And it's
Mm.
actually something that NVIDIA has, I think they actually solved it, that you can have the same character over multiple different scenes.
I mean, with the 80 years worth of content per day, I would have hoped they would have solved it.
Yeah, we've seen you everywhere all the time. We know how you look like.
Every day of your life.
Yeah. Yeah. Next up is like, oh, we scraped your Google Drive and Google Photos.
We know everything about you.
So yeah,
Nice.
that's Amazon Titan Generator V2. Super cool that you now have access to these. To be honest, the image model isn't really good. You see that there are some sort of blurry generations. You do see that with the house here as well. It does seem like it's pretty low resolution and
Mm.
not as good as many other image generators, but hey, it's still better than it was last. So that's good. And the first thing that I wanted to talk about, but they've also added some new AI features inside of Audible.
Mm.
Did you try Audible before?
I haven't. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
said earlier, I probably should have tested all those like tools before we started today, but I didn't
Yeah.
have time.
Yeah, Audible is like I probably have 50 books on there,
Mm.
and I have so many credits now because I haven't really listened to audiobooks for a while now.
Mm.
So it's kind of like I have all these credits, and if they say unsubscribe, then I lose all the credits. So they
Right.
got me. They
So
locked
you
me
have to,
in.
yeah, yeah, you have to keep paying them for to keep those credits.
Exactly. And which
Uh,
is kind of annoying, but hey, what can you do, huh?
this is what it is.
So the new feature that they tried here is that they're testing an AI-powered search feature to assist users in narrowing down their audiobook search. And again, like normal, now it feels like in select US customers can interact with Maven.
Mm.
So this is how it looks like. Explore with Maven. It says describe what you're looking for to see what our AI-powered expert recommends for you.
Mm.
One
Such
of
a useful
the
feature, looks
Yeah,
like.
yeah, and one of the things is I'm looking for an uplifting fiction novel with a female protagonist. So yeah, you can get some recommendations right there
And
with
it's obviously
Maven.
on, yeah,
Mhm.
only for the US customers currently. So if you're
Yeah,
in the US, you might see this if you go to Audible.
yeah, it says half of Audible's US. So yeah, half of US people out there have access to this. Audible didn't specify which AI models were powering the feature. So like I was asking like what AI is inside of here, and Amazon does actually have its own LLM, which is called
Mm.
Olympus, but they also have access to models like Meta 3.1. So I have a feeling that it's actually powered by Meta LLMs
Mm.
or
Could
one of the
be.
best open source. Yeah, because that's a partnership that they have that I think is better for them. And yeah, so anybody using Audible, go check it out. You got a new friend called Maven, but it's not only Audible that has gotten an AI friend. It's also Amazon Music. So again, we're going heavy on the Amazon here. Amazon launching product after product
Exactly, feature after
that
feature.
launches Topics, which is a new AI powered feature that makes it easier to discover podcasts, which
Mm.
we love that.
Of course we do.
Topics, so it's called Topic. Brilliant name. And also, they have a less segment of the US actually getting access to this. I'll show that in a minute. But it
Mm.
basically lets you browse podcast episodes by the topics mentioned in the episodes. And on
Okay.
top of that, it's almost like whatever they're talking about in the podcast, it gives you a better recommendation feature. So
Mm.
since we're talking about, Claude, ChatGPT, Anthropic, and whatever, it actually gives you other suggestions based on the topics that we're talking about in the actual podcast.
Oh,
So that makes it
so it's
easier to discover.
yeah, so it's similar to the Maven. What's it called? Maven, a feature that we see in
Yeah.
Audible. Yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty
nice.
similar. So if you want to try it out, you can just download the latest Amazon Music mobile app on iOS or Android mobile, and you go down and look for the topics tag buttons below the episode description, and then you can tap on any topics tag to explore a list of related podcast episodes on the same topics.
Mm.
So it enables podcasts to be browsable to listeners in a way that's never done before. And yeah, I really like that because I know at least Spotify, they segment podcasts into categories. Like when I made the account for our Spotify podcast, I could
Yep.
just click on technology, and that was like the main category that I could put there. So it
Mm.
may be that we end up in different, the AI kind of puts us together with other technology podcasts. I don't even know how that works.
Well, it sounds like that's exactly what it will do. So if
Yeah,
someone searches for like ChatGPT or Claude, and you know, we might have a chance to show on the list.
yeah. So yeah, easier to find podcasts that you love with these tags feature. And was I no, it's actually available for customers in the US.
There we go.
I thought I saw something else that was like, hey, this is only, it was so ridiculous. It was only this state and this state in the
Was
US.
it?
I'm like, whoa, this is going so slow.
No, yeah.
So that was Amazon. Three cool new upgrades that we get access to from the image generation Titan, the Audible new search feature, and the Discover podcast to find the best podcasts around. And that leaves us perfectly to say thank you for watching the AI and the podcast.
And we'll see you in the next one.
That's about it. Friday every week